Hello, Jad. Thank you for joining this initiative at Glion.
Thank you for inviting me.
Our pleasure. Would you be able in sort of a minute to tell us what happened after graduation and where
Sure.
you are today?
Sure. So I graduated in June 2007. I received my BA in Finance and Revenue Management. My first job actually was in a bank. I did move directly from hospitality industry to banking industry. Glion was very helpful in a way that it gave me the basics in accounting and finance, which really helped me to acquire bit by bit new positions in the industry and new diplomas.
Okay, thank you. And today you are in what position?
Yeah, so I'm a portfolio manager since 1 year now.
Okay.
I used to work at JP Morgan and previous to that FG Bank. I started in the back office. It was my first job. Having an interest to finance and having as a backup hospitality was really the perfect match for me to go into the BA in finance.
So, next question I'd like to ask you is, would you have any particular recommendation for the fresh new graduates and their first entry into the job market, knowing that now it's a few years that you work in the finance industry?
Yeah, sure. One of the main points you study in hospitality is you have to start from scratch and from zero. You have to be a doorman before getting a GM. And it's exactly the same thing that applies in finance. I did, as I said, in my experience, I started in the back office. So you really have to start from the lowest level. But it will be your perseverance and your studies, your additional studies, and your motivation that will help you go up the levels. But you definitely need to start in a position that you might not think very interesting at the beginning. You want to be a banker? Sure, you want to be a banker, but you have to start in the back office to really understand how the underlying work. And this is something that we learn and we do in Glion. We start by doing service and kitchen. So it's really the same team that applies in finance, working really from scratch to understand, to have a helicopter view, holistic view on all what's surrounding you.
Okay, thank you for that. And if I can ask you another piece of advice for actually the students who are just now starting, and perhaps sometimes they might find hard when they know they have to study accounting and finance. Would you remember, perhaps you have some memories from back then about the hurdle at the beginning,
Definitely.
but how it all became to start to make sense later on?
Definitely. Numbers are not easy, but you should definitely understand that accounting and statistics, even if you don't find it very logical to study and really hard, you will find with time that this was the basics to understand everything in the financial industry. You will see, for example, the normal distributions in statistics. You will say in Glion, what the hell I'm doing, what is that? But you will definitely find that all technical analysis and all portfolio management is based on this theory. So I think you should have a long-term view, and thinking strategically will help you better pass by this phase and succeed.
Excellent.